Hi, my name is Diane. Welcome to my channel. This is my first video and I have a few notes over here. Um, this is my first uh, video that I'm going to be sharing with you about living with PTSD after a work injury. Um, in 2018, I was hurt by a patient. I worked on the psych unit in 2017. Worked on the psych unit in 2017. Loved my job, loved the people that I work with, loved the patients. But unfortunately, something happened. One of the patients hit me, and I didn't know it was a punch that just came out of the air for no reason. So I was hit, and he hit me so hard that I saw Jesus. And I'm glad that I saw Jesus because Jesus had to be with me at that moment. At that moment, I was on the floor at this time. And I didn't know what had happened. And so I couldn't see because he hit me so hard that there was nothing but black. At that time, all I can feel was kicking and hitting and stomping and fist punching. That's all I can feel. Maybe about, I would say 15 seconds later, light started to come and I began to see. This patient picked up the chair that I was sitting in and started beating me with the chair and told me, bitch, I'm gonna kill you. I didn't understand why. And at that moment, I just wanted him to stop beating me and kicking me and hitting me. I couldn't get to my alarm because it was up under me on my left side. I was laying on my right side. I was laying on my right side. And I couldn't get to it because I was truly trying to stop him from hitting me, beating me, kicking me, punching me, and beating me with the chair. My biggest thing was that he wasn't going to hit me with that cow. We call it a computer on wheels. It's one of the computers that you see when you're in the hospital or at the doctor's office. You see the nurses with it. Well, I had one of them in front of me. And something told me not to do a report at that time, and I just didn't. A few minutes later, after I was down on the floor, all I wanted to do was scream, and I couldn't because my jaw was tight. And I couldn't open my mouth. I couldn't get to my alarm, so all I could do was cover myself from him beat me with the chair. And I thought for sure that I was going to get hit in the head with the chair, but I felt a few times that the chair went to my arm where my arm was covered. A few seconds later, I was, for some reason, and I know it was Jesus. And I screamed so loud, get off of me, get off of me. And what did happen was I was able to scream so loud that all employees, nurses, and everybody just came running. So they obtained him, and I asked him, why did he do it? And I had to be helped up off the floor. And I asked him, why did he do it? But at that time, I just wanted to get off the unit. So I asked one of the nurses to go downstairs with me because I was so numb. And I went downstairs. They did a CT, a CAT scan on my head to make sure there was no neurological problems going on. I had a contusion in my jaw. I had 2 black eyes. I learned later that one of my back teeth had to be removed because the bone couldn't hold the tooth. Later down the line, I had to have surgery. I had a torn rotator cuff. But through my videos, I'm going to tell you and talk about how, for the past 8 years, I survived through therapy. And that was the only thing that I can say, no, Jesus was first. And then I had treatment. I stayed in treatment. So I'm going to talk about, in one of my videos, a few of my videos, how I went through therapy, how I maintain my physical injuries, all the crying I did, uh, therapists I saw, psychiatrists, psychologists, all the different symptoms, um, and a lot of things. And there's a lot of videos that I want to put out so that people can understand that you can get through PTSD with treatment because it worked for me. I am today, 8 years later, I'm still in treatment. So with that being said, thank you for joining me. Comment and subscribe. Hit the like button. Come back because this is just part one. And join me through my journey as I tell you how I manage my PTSD on an everyday basis. And I'm going to tell you, it was not easy. I'm also going to talk about in some of my videos about medications, bad medications, good medications, and just the journey all the way, because I had to take this journey step by step by step. It wasn't no running. So please join me for my next video. This is just part one. And come and subscribe, and give me a thumbs up, and come back and join me for my next video.